The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary, and today is our special winter sports preview. It's here already, folks, the winter season. We just wrapped up a great fall here in the Muggs Media area, and tonight we're going to take a little preview of boys and girls basketball and wrestling. We're going to start off tonight's show with a wrestling preview. Now, last year was a huge year for change in wrestling. They changed up the districts and regions. The old Region 3 was broken up at Kittatinny. It's now District 2, District 3, now District 2. Region 1, for the first time since 1983, was not held at Wallkill Valley. It was held down at Bergen County Community College in Paramus, which will not be this year. It'll be at West Milford, which is great news for the viewing public of wrestling. So, you look at it, everyone broken up in District 1, and it's the same this year. High Point, Newton, and North Warren. District 2, Kittatinny, Jefferson, Pope John. District 3, Sparta, Vernon, and Wallkill Valley. District 5, Lenape Valley, which houses Bergen Catholic. And then District 8 is Opakon. And last year was a great year for the teams as well. Pope John had a historic year, winning their division and being one of the top teams in the state, only losing to Bergen Catholic. High Point and Kittatinny each got back down to Toms River, as did Sparta. Sparta winning its first section title in many, many years. So a great year for wrestling, and it should be another good one this year. Let's start off with our preview. We're going to start off with Opakon. Eric Fagerman in his 18th season. I can't believe it's been 18 years since he took over for Tommy Vara. They're going to have more people in weight classes this year. They start with their top wrestler coming back, Anthony Mastroianni, at about 132 pounds. He's got 105 wins for his career. He should be a medal winner this year if he stays healthy. It's a tough district he's in with Bergen Catholic, but I think Anthony has the makings to get down to Atlantic City. His younger brother, Franco, who's just a freshman, he's going to do very well for Opakon, and look for him to do well. He was a quarterback for the football team when there was injuries, so he's a good athlete. Last year, Anthony Mastroianni went 38-5, so Coach Fagerman hoping to fill out some of the weight classes and get Opakon where it used to be. Vernon last year, tough season, 0-28. Todd Poinkowski is now the head coach. He replaces Kevin Gocklin. Todd was the head coach of the program a couple of years back. This is his second stint. He's hoping to turn things around. He graduated some key kids like Roman Moss and Mike Alvarez, but he's looking to fill out the weight classes and get all 14 classes filled, which would be huge for them to pick up some wins in dual meets. He's going to be looking at Logan Fobe, John Alvarez, Walter Taut, and Kyle Fobe, and he's got a couple of kids that he's looking to help out up top in Jeremy K. Hart and Tyler Janis. So Vernon can only go up, and we wish Coach Poinkowski the best of luck. Wallkill Valley, Jeff Churchill back in his third year at Wallkill Valley. He was a great coach at Morris Knowles. You know his sons all wrestled at Newton, Stephen and Kevin. His daughter Kelly was a terrific field hockey player at Newton, and he's got his sons helping out with Wallkill Valley. Last year they won 6 duels. They won 6-20, which is a good thing for them. Trevor Kish, who had a great year for them, he graduated. He was a district medalist. But they're going to be looking to Zach Creedon this year, who was 26-5 last year at 120. Brody McDonald will be up top along with Stephen Line. The Wallkill Youth Program is pretty good. We got to see them last year at the youth championships for the area down at Jefferson. They had some really nice kids. So if they stay at Wallkill, I think Coach Churchill will turn that program around. And traditionally, Wallkill Valley's always had outstanding individual wrestlers. Then we move over to North Warren. Scott Stoll in his 4th year. Last year, he had some nice wrestlers do some good things for them. But Joey Sprague is going to be the guy that they're going to look toward this year. He's a region qualifier. He was 22-10 last year at heavyweight. Kevin Schaefer's back at 152. Joe Wojtek at 170. Ryan Walsh, he's also back at 160. So they're very young, and they're going to continue to improve. He's got a good staff. Kellen Bradley, We all know him from Kittatinny. He's on his staff, along with Gino Fleury, who was an outstanding wrestler at Lenape Valley. He's the head football coach in North Warren. Great wrestler at Lenape Valley and wrestler at Ryder. So there's good guys in that room for this young group, and I think those guys will help them lead the way as they'll be in the Colonial Division. Lenape, and I want to mention, Opacon's in the Colonial Division, Vernon's in the Freedom, Wallkill in the Colonial, North Warren in the Colonial. We move on to Lenape Valley. They're going to have their first head coach in almost 20 years. Doug Vetter decided to retire after last year, and what a way to go out with Nick Palumbo winning the first state title in school history. It ended a drought in the area since 2011. We haven't had a state champ, and Nick's up in Buffalo, but Doug Vetter decided to step down. Gary Michelet, another former Lenape Valley star, as Vetter was. He wrestled for Bob Poggi. He was a terrific wrestler back in the day at Lenape Valley, and he's going to be assisted by another two guys that were great at Lenape Valley, excuse me, and Paul and Anthony Grogan. So they keep it in the family there. They're in North 2, Group 2. And I think they think they should be okay. They should make the states. They got some. They lost some key guys at the graduation, like obviously Nick Palumbo and Jake Fellini. But coming back, Dom Fellini. They have 7 starters back. Dom Fellini won 23 matches last year, was 3rd in the district. Eric Fellini, 23 matches. He's back because he won 23. Jake Hickey, Jordan Costanza, Ryan Hall, the sophomore, Marcus Potato, who started for the last 2 years in the lower weights for Sparta. He has transferred to Lenape Valley, so that gives them a real solid veteran down at the bottom of the lineup. So look for Lenape Valley with Coach Michelet to do some nice things and continue that great tradition at Lenape Valley. Also, last year we also want to mention the Smahas did a nice job. And Jefferson, which is in the American Division, Matt Muscatello in his 13th season, they were 18-7 last year. They lost to High Point in the North 1 Group 2 final. They had a great year, some good young wrestlers coming back. Mason Godfrey, we'll talk about the guys down below. Mason Godfrey, he has over 100 wins. He's closing in 100 wins. He's got 25 wins last year. Bobby Ferrucci, Bobby Hortense, Justin Ranzizo, he does a great job. Shane Connolly in the middleweights. Then you got Blake Bartholomew in there, Ryan Richards at 120, Ryan Tripodi 138, Jake Carnval up top at 220, Jason Boucher at 195. Coach Moscatello feels he has a real good freshman class coming in, so he's looking to make some noise in that American division, which will be tough when you got Pope John in it and Sparta, but I think they can do some things. Matt closing in on 200 career wins. He's got 181 wins. So this Jefferson team with the talented freshmen coming in, and those guys like Ranzio and Tripodi and Godfrey coming back and Connolly, I think this Jefferson team can make a run in North 1 Group 2, maybe challenge just High Point and get back to that state final and do well in the district. So when we come back, folks, we'll take a look at the rest of the teams wrestling-wise here in the Muggs Media area right after these messages here on Channel 10 and MuggsMedia.com.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or go to njmortgage.com.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money.
Lakeland Banks, pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, Drift, you don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use Pop Money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 south in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve. Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat, our special winter sports preview. Again, want to thank Eric Nielsen and Bill Snopper for what they do for Muggs Media, as they believe in the positive stories we bring to you about the student athletes in the area. Well, we're going to continue our wrestling preview. And again, folks, if you want all the great wrestling information, you got to go to Mike Wildman's blog, Mic'd Up. If you don't know that already, then you're not a wrestling fan. Mike is the premier wrestling writer in this area, and his blog is tremendous, so check that out. Want to mention, we'll start off in this second part of the preview. Newton, 11-10 last year, 3-1 in the Freedom Division. This team is going to be very exciting to watch. A lot of youth, a lot of talented kids coming back. Eric Billette, when I talked to him, he's excited about their numbers. They have about 38 kids in the room. That's tremendous. And they returned a lot of kids from last year. We'll talk, and the last time they won a section was 2010, so they're hoping to get back to that and get one. But, you know, it starts with Wyatt McCarthy, who's primed for a big junior year. Wyatt was 36-6 last year. He won the district, came 3rd in the region, and he'll be in the middle of the middleweights. Jonathan Borgognoni, he had a great year last year, 31 wins. He won a district, came in 5th in the regions at 160. Nick Briganti's coming off a monster football season. He'll be using that confidence, and he'll be at 170. You got Joey DeLuca, played well football on the line. He had 26 wins last year, 2nd in the district at 182. Devin Major is back. Luke Fisher is back. And then he's got some kids that are coming out, like Matt Summers and Jimmy Harding. He's going to be able to fill most of the lineup with quality returning kids. This Newton team is going to be the team to watch as probably the most improved team in the area. And Eric Billette, Andy Iliff, Teddy Sibley's, and Dave Young. You don't get better coaching staff than that, folks. So keep an eye on the Newton Braves in the Freedom Division. Sparta, they're in the American Division. Frank Battaglia in his 7th season. Great year, best year they've had in a long time. They went 19-9. They won the Northwood Group 3 title. And everyone that was at that match remembers Robbie Gannat with the big pin. They helped beat Old Japan. The place went nuts over there in Sparta. But they lost a good core of seniors that were a big part of this continued renaissance of Sparta wrestling. Kids like Sean McHugh and Patty Finnegan and Sean Finnegan, Billy Lowen and Zach Herbert up top. So they're going to have to fill those holes. But Robbie Gannat will be up top again. He won 32 matches last year. And then you got the Stewarts, Cooper and Garrett Stewart, both terrific wrestlers. Carter Sheridan is back. So also kids coming out. Travis Schmitzer, another Schmitzer, the good athletic family from Sparta. Russell Everding. But I think Frank has established he's involved with the youth wrestling. He keeps these funneling the kids into the high school. Although they lost a lot of good kids from last year, they're going to be very competitive. Although, again, Pope John in that American division. It's the class of that division. But Sparta pretty darn good, and I think after the success for last year, it's going to continue with this Sparta program. But they do have some holes to fill, so we'll find out. Then we'll move into the Colonial Division, back to the Colonial Division. We got Kittatinny, folks. John Gill, the legend, over 500 career wins, 30th season. Now this season's going to be different from most. Why is that? It's the first year John's not in the building. He was a longtime teacher and guidance counselor, retired from teaching. And I asked him, has that been different? He says, yeah. He goes, I said, what's the biggest difference? He said, I can't recruit the kids in the building. Like I'll see a kid in 7th or 8th grade, do you play a sport? Or a kid that's a 9th or 10th grader that maybe doesn't play sport, looks athletic, I can get you to come wrestle. Because I don't have that ability anymore because I'm not in the building. He's got Steve Butler as his eyes and ears in the building. But he said, that's been different. So that's an interesting take on that. I thought maybe it'd be, do you miss being, with the kids all the time? But that was the take he gave me, that he can't keep that tradition going, is bringing some kids. And he's done that for years. Kids that never wrestled until 7th grade and made them into good wrestlers. He's got about 33 kids in the room. Last year, well, importantly, they beat High Point, the Army Navy of wrestling up here. They beat High Point 36-25. They rolled to another section title in North 1 Group 1, beating Butler, and then they went down to Toms River, and they beat Point Pleasant Beach before they fell to Fallsboro. But here's the thing. They're in North 1 Group 2 this year. So the scheduled February 2nd meeting with High Point has been canceled because there's a pretty darn good chance they're going to see each other either Wednesday or Friday in the semifinals of the section. Most likely in the finals, one of them will be a 1 or 2 seed. But you also have Jefferson and Newton in there too. So that's a heck of a section. So, it kind of works out for Coach Gill because they just couldn't get over that hump against Paulsboro. But now in North 1 Group 2, section's tougher. But if you get down there, Del Val's down there, and they're always good, no doubt, at Hanover Park out of North 2. But they have a better chance of winning a Group 2 title if they get out of their section than they do winning a Group 1 title. Their section's easier, but Toms River's tougher. So I think Kittatinny will be very good. They got the Mafaros up top. Zach Mafaro, 35 wins last year, winning the district, 3rd in the region at 195. Jake Mafaro, 18-10 as a freshman last year, 220 pounds this year. Shane Smith, who won the HWS tournament, 28 wins, 3rd in the district. Tippy Malfetto, Derek Malfetto, he's back. He won 19 matches. Perry Mayo, he's back at 152. He also won 19 matches. Senior Mike Callahan, 21 match winner. District coming in 4th at 138. Cal Brooks, a senior, 25 wins, 2nd in the district last year at 145. Josh Heiler, he's back, 29 wins last year, 29-10, 2nd in the district. Niall Matar, 9 wins last year. They lost some good kids at graduation. Mark DiGeronimo had a great career. Casey Holtz, who was a terrific wrestler for them, and Josh Klimek. But they also have a kid coming in as a freshman, Jackson Cron, a well-known wrestling name in that area. I saw him as an 8th grader. He just rolled to that heavyweight title, so he's going to pop right in there, I think, as a freshman and do very well. High Point, as we said, won the section last year. North 1 Group 2. Johnny Gardner does a great job. Mickey Thomas, Otto Veltri, Mark Russell, Coach Kapler, all these guys do a great job. Last year they lost to Hanover Park down at Toms River. They almost gave them a scare, but came up short. They went 16-6 last year. They won District 1. Also want to mention with Kittatinny last year, winning District 2 with Pope John in it was one of the big storylines of the 2016-17 season. They had a bunch of upsets on Saturday morning, and they beat Pope John, one of the top 5 teams in the state, in a tournament atmosphere. That was tremendous for Coach Gill and the Cougars. But again, High Point District 1 champs beat Jefferson in the finals. Johnny's got a lot of nice kids back. Brandon LaRue, 33 wins last year, district champ. Devin Flannery, 28 wins at 113. He's back. Shane Kobus, 24 wins at 132. Billy Tamlich coming back for his sophomore year. Terrific freshman year with 22 wins. Trey Osborne, 19 wins. Robbie Turrell's going to be back after an injury. Maverick Liebel had a great year, 22 wins. And then you got kids like Devin Liebel, Grayson Sabo, Hunter Flores, and Tommy Hubmaster, all primed after getting getting into varsity last year and learning the varsity ways of High Point and the tough schedule. Look for those guys to really excel. And I think High Point has an excellent chance to defend that section title. It'd be pretty cool if they played if they wrestled Kittatinny for the championship. That would be pretty wild. A couple of years back, you remember, they wrestled in the state tournament, a match that High Point won in North 1 Group 2. But we'll look for the Cougars to be good as usual with that tough schedule. Like Kittatinny has that tough schedule. They'll be wrestling Peaburg this year as well. Finally, our top team from the area from last year, and they're going to be the top team again this year. Pope John 16-2. Their only losses to Bergen Catholic, the #1 team in the state by far, nationally ranked in the top 5. Bergen Catholic, an amazing program. That's their 2 losses. 16-2, won the American Division. They had 3 state place winners last year. They look to, in returning, Jojo Aragona is a junior. He lost in the state final to Pat Glory last year, 34-3. The interesting thing about Jojo, he was one of the guys that got upset at the districts, placed 3rd, and then he won the region and went on a great run to get to the final and wrestled Pat Glory. And no shame in that, because Pat Glory was #1 in the nation at that weight class from Del Barton. But he's back. Eddie Francesca's back, the sophomore, 36 wins. He's a district and region champ. Jake Rotunda's back, the senior, 33-5. He Division 1 district championship, region championship at 126. Matt Garcia, he's back, 18-7. Came in 3rd in the district. Robbie Garcia, the junior, 35-8. Came in 2nd in the district, won the region, which was a great weight class, and he came back and won that. And he was a place winner down in Atlantic City. Anthony Rispoli's back. He was 10-10, but filled out the lineup for them. James Swensel's back. Reese Muldoon, who really picked it up at 160 last year. He'll be at 182. He had 24 wins. And then you got Jake Brown, who's going to be going up to Harvard to play football, 24-4. After coming into the season last year kind of late because of an injury, he wrestled heavyweight, then he got to the weight where he needed to be, 220, won the district, and came in 2nd in the region, and looked for another battle with one of the Mafaros up there at District 2. So, another big story for Pope John, they're no longer a non-public A, North. So that means they're not in the section with Bergen Catholic, Del Barton, or St. Peter's Prep. They're in North B, which DePaul has a pretty solid team, but this could be the first time in a long time, you'd have to go back almost well over 20 years for Pope John to win a state title. They won their last one in 1994 in B with Coach Dennis Canallen, and they're set up now to win that first state title as a team, and that'd be a feather in the hat for Coach Mark Piotrowski, who's in his 5th year. He's done a great job. They're going to be competing in the Beast of the East, so Pope John looks to be our top team. So once again, no surprise, Pope John, High Point, Kittatinny, Jefferson, Newton, all going to be good. Lenape Valley's got a new coach. They're going to be rebuilding, but Gary Michelet is going to do a great job. Wallkill, Vernon, and Opakon, and North Warren will look to rebuild and become competitive and have several individuals that will excel. So it's another great season of wrestling, folks. We'll have the matches here on the Game of the Week, and want to thank Oars Clothes for Country Living. They will be sponsoring the Wrestling Talk all season. They've been with us for a long time, located in downtown Branchville. Oars Clothes for Country Living. Please go there. Christmas is coming up. Stop by, get some great Christmas gifts or gift cards at Oars Clothes for Country Living. We'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. all 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007. And Chesco's, 383-2840.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money.
Lakeland Banks, pop, money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use Pop Money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. It's our winter preview. Yep, winter sports are here already. Christmas is coming up, and if you want to be a great gift giver, come down here and buy someone a car. Wow, that'd be something, huh? They have great deals, so come down and check out the great selection. Well, we talked about wrestling. Now it's time to talk about boys basketball in the area. Last year, great year for Newton, winning that first ever section title, getting that proverbial monkey off Dirk Kelly's back. They had a great year. They were a lot of fun. Pope John had a good year. Sparta had a good year. It was a lot of good basketball, but the story of last year was definitely that great run. And they beat Westwood in the section final. They sent it into overtime. Jake Tarabakia with the half-court shot. It was a great game to call. One of the most exciting games I did. And it was just a great week because earlier in the week, Tyra Wingle hit a big basket to beat Westwood to help High Point win the North 1 Group 2 title. So it was a tough week for Westwood, but a great week for Sussex County basketball. All right, we're going to start off with the boys in the Colonial Division. Sussex Tech, Andrew Carbone, former Hackettstown player. He's back for his second year. They were 5-20 last year. Picked up a couple of wins in the division in the Colonial. They were able to beat a pack-on. They'll be looking to Paul LaTrenta. He's back, 6 points, 10 rebounds a night. Paul, very good goalie for the soccer team. Also back, Vito Torali, Zach Clausen, Billy Wick, Matthew Herdman, James Ostertag, and Jeremy Scheinblend. Their goal, they lost their top scorer from a year ago, Justin Aguiar, who could fill it up. But Coach Carbone wants to win a couple more games in the conference and possibly get to 10 wins, double from last year, and they're working hard towards that goal. Well, Pack-On last year, tough year for the Chiefs, 1-23 under Coach Mike Farrell, who's in his third season. But he's excited with the guys he has back. They're working hard. Ben Beebolt, Danny Farina was the football quarterback for the football team, good athlete. He's looking to some newcomers that are good athletes that played on the football team, Tyler Dixon and Jack Taraback. They're going to be athletic, and they're going to press and try to work as hard as they can. They pick up a couple more wins, and I think they can just go up. And Mike Farrell's a good coach. He did a tremendous job at North Warren. He replaced Jimmy Tobin a couple years ago. And I think Pack-On will be much improved. Excuse me, Wallkill Valley, a new coach for them, but it's an old face for Wallkill Valley. They're not old. Eddie Pavin's not old. The guy looks like he still plays at Sussex Tech. The guy never ages, like Dick Clark of girls basketball, boys basketball, Eddie Pava. But he, after a long time with a great run with the girls team, he's now taking over the boys team from Mike Lupo. And he's excited about the change. It's a new challenge for Eddie now. And as we said, he was a great player and a Hall of Famer from Sussex Tech. Last year they were 11-16 under Mike Lupo, and they lost to Newton in the first round of the States. They have a good core back, although they lost some good players. Obviously, when you lose a kid like Falk, Bryce Falk, and Matt Christmas, those are two kids that were very nice players for them over the years. But they got coming back Sean Falk. He was a freshman last year, started. He's a very good guard. He's fun to watch. Also back Dylan Harlos, who's played since he's a freshman. He's a senior. Tyler Small, Zane Crum, Mason White, Derek Snyder, Ryan Nugent, and Shane Genie. These are all kids that hope to fill in. But with Falk playing the guard, they have as good a chance as anyone in that Colonial Division to do well. So look to Wallkill Valley to be around that 11-12 wins again and battle for the division title with Kittatinny and North Warren. North Warren won it last year. Let's talk about Kittatinny. Jason Galeski has done a great job with the Cougars, 11-12 last year. He's very proud of the fact that he has now 3 kids playing in college. Two kids playing in college and one doing other sports. Nick Geimer's the quarterback at Wilkes. But Drew Walker's at Montclair State and University, and Jason Zellner's at Juanita. That hasn't happened with Kittatinny basketball. Wrestling, football, sure. But basketball, no, and Jason's done a great job. He's very proud of that. They have a real good core coming back, and I think they're the favorites to win that division. It would be the first boys basketball division ever in Kittatinny history. They got Ray Amato back, 6'5", he can do it all. Jake McMullen, he's back. And John News, who's a terrific point guard, heady kid, scrappy. He's not the biggest kid in the world, but he flies after the ball. He knows he's got a great basketball intelligence. He runs the show. Justin Montefiore, he's going to be back after being injured last year. Ryan Rigby's a very good athlete. Andrew Van Hook gives them nice size at 6'5". Hunter Rossi, terrific player. They're going to come after you, Kittatinny. That's what Coach Galeski likes to do. He'll press, they shoot threes, they attack the basket, and he's got the numbers and the athletes to do it. So right now, the coaches hate when you put the bugaboo on them. You're going to be the favorite. I think Kittatinny is going to be the favorite, and that would be pretty awesome for the program to win their first ever basketball title in the Colonial Division. But they'll have to knock off the defending champs, North Warren. They're 14-11. They won that division. They blew out Kittatinny in almost a winner-take-all game that we did on Channel 10 last year. And they lost some good kids to graduation, no doubt. But Chaz Toulouse in his 3rd year. Chaz was an assistant to Mike Farrell. They won 14 games last year, lost to Beckton in the States. But they got 2 very good kids back. Evan Carter, who in my opinion is one of the top 10 players in the area the last 2 years. I put him on the All Mugs team. And Evan Zlartuk, terrific shooter. His brother Nate was an outstanding shooter. He graduated. But, they lost some good kids. Nate, Hunter DePrimo, Rob Lubertazzo, and Jared Vuz all graduated for Chaz. So it'll be up to Evan and the Evans, both Evans, Carter, and Sklartuk, to carry the burden there. But I think North Warren will be all right, and it'll be between North Warren, Kittatinny, and Wallkill for that Colonial. We'll switch over now to the Freedom Division, and we look to Vernon. Last year, Vernon, their first year in the Freedom Division, was very competitive. They finished 17-11, lost to Kinnelon in the States. Joe Byrne takes over the program. Matt Ferguson, he's on a leave, so hopefully Matt will come back. But Joe's taking over the program this year, and he's only got 1 kid coming back, Alex Hewley, after losing that great graduation class of Jake Rodriguez, Sean Sable, terrific scorer, Chrissy Jamie, and Brian Moran, and Jeff Sedlock. So Joe Byrne's going to have to look to some young kids to step up. And some of the kids he's looking at are Jaden Mutz, who's coming off a pretty good football season. He's a good baseball player, and Paul McVeigh. But they're going to be very young, this Vernon team, and they might kind of take their lumps this year in the Freedom Division. Lenape Valley, Dan Moylan back, 2nd year, 2nd stint. He's hoping to get them back into the States in winning ways. They were 8-14 last year. He was the first time around. He coached 12 years. Dan's a good basketball man. Was an assistant of Pope John for Tom Fox. Joey McKenna graduated, their leading scorer and best player. Also Ravinsky Joseph. They'll look to replace them, but they're very solid with experience and size. Jacob Anderson's back. Brandon Brady coming off an ankle injury in football. He's healthy. Alex Cali, a big body down low. Alex Patino. Craig Swanson, another good athlete, the quarterback in the football team. Stephen Rabe and Matt Lagoshi, they're going to look for those guys that have experience and size. They'll wear down people. They'll work it in. And as I said, Dan Moylan, one of the top coaches around. So that's a look at the Colonial Division and 2 teams in the Freedom. When we come back, we'll finish off the Freedom and talk about the American Division right after these messages.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Morville at 973-383-3110.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
Are you looking for something new out of your grocery shopping experience? Sussex Meatpacking is here to help. For over 50 years, we've been bringing Sussex County the finest in meats and poultry. We are your hometown butcher shop with a full-service deli, fresh-cut meats daily, and a kitchen for all your catering needs. We also carry imported groceries, a large line of frozen products, including seafood. All the food you see here was made in our very own kitchen. So come on by or check us out online to see what Sussex Meatpacking can do for you.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. We're doing our winter preview. We're talking boys hoops, and we're right smack dab in the middle of the Freedom Division. And when you talk about the Freedom Division, you got to mention Hackettstown. Mike McDonough's done a great job. They either win it or they're right there every year. Last year they were terrific. They shared the division with Newton. 21 wins last year. Jelani Owai is back for them, but they graduated some really nice players from last year's team. Tyler Ackers, Matt Arcona graduated, but Hackettstown, Coach McDonough's got that program humming. They'll be a team to look for in the Freedom Division right up top. High Point in the Freedom Division, 9-15 last year for Coach Jesse Strell. Does a nice job up there, right up the road on Pigeon Hill Road. But they were hit hard with graduation. They lost one of their top players, probably one of their top players. You have to put him in the top 10 all-time High Point guys. Jack DeGroot, who's going to be at Maplewood playing. Jack scored 1,000 points for them. They lost John Newman and Andrew Martinez as well. So they're going to be very young, and Coach Strell likes these guys. They're good athletes. Teague Tabito, Ryan Skamansky, Jason Mankis, Jake Luzinski, the quarterback from the football team, Luke Steinman, who's got a lot of experience, he's back. And then we're looking for guys like Landis French, Travis Talamay, Matt Carter, these guys to help fill out the starting lineup and the bench. I think High Point with Vernon and Lenape Valley, they're all in that mix. They might be right with Lenape, a little bit above Vernon, but they'll be competitive as they always are at High Point. Then you got the Newton Braves, 20-7 last year. Dirk Kelly after 5 trips to the section final gets it with the big win over Westwood. Then they played real hard in the section, the state semis. Coming up, played evenly with Newark Central for a half, but came up a little short. They lost the Twin Towers, Charlie Maker and Jason Heater. They graduated, but coming back, they got some good kids. Obviously, Luke Young, who's coming off a fantastic football season, the quarterback. Jake Terabaki, who could score. Louis Arias, who really was a find at point guard. He really, they had graduated Samir Wheeler and Andrew Crooney the year before, and Louis came in and did a great job at point guard. Also coming back, and they'll be looking to Jaden Elliott, monster football season. He'll try to continue that in hoops. Also Jake Heller, and then a couple of new guys. Troy Babcock, who transferred in from Pope John. He's going to be eligible to play, and he's a big kid in the middle, 6'5", so they lose Heater and Maker, but Babcock should supply that. And if I remember right, Babcock got some minutes, not at varsity like all the time, with Pope John a few years back. So he can play, and that's a great guy to get back in the middle. Kevin Ioso is going to be back. And as we mentioned, Maker and Heater. Also, I mentioned Colin Kelly. Last year came off the bench as a senior, did a great job, and really stepped in as a program player. But I think Newton will be in the mix for the Freedom Division title, along with Hackettstown. I don't think they're going to take a step back. I think they got a tough schedule. They play Sparta, they play Jefferson, they play Mount Olive, they play Warren Hills. So Coach Kelly continuing that tradition, and they did a great job last year winning that. So now we'll move to the American Division, and the local teams in that are Sparta, Jefferson, and Pope John. But I want to mention Mount Olive should be very solid. Coach Mike Tobin, we all know him, former assistant at Sparta, great 1,000-point scorer out of Pacon. He's got some good athletes, Liam Anderson, who had a great year at quarterback for Mount Olive, Lance Johnson, he's back. Ryan Hawk, he's back. So Mount Olive is going to be much better than they were last year. They had a win over Jefferson late in the year. So let's talk about this division. Sparta, 15-10. Coach Brian Brennan, after a couple of tough years, after making those great runs to the section final, Coach Brennan got them back to 15 wins. They lost some good kids to graduation last year. Nick Lucas, Jack Simon, and Danny Smith, and Terrell Smith. So they're looking to kids that played last year. Now, Dante Jofield did a great job. He battled some injuries last year, but he can handle the point and score. Thomas Ferrara is going to go play football at Colgate. Big kid in the middle, big body. Aiden Mastrandra is back. Cam Riley, Alex Podolsky, also back for them. And looking for some other guys to help out. And Arietta as well, Zach Amariata, and Jake Vreeland. So these are guys that have some experience. But the big get for them, Jack Cavanaugh, who played 2 years at Pope John and was a varsity player, he transferred back to Sparta, and he's eligible right away. And look for him to be their leading scorer and their go-to guy with Jofield and Ferrara. That gives them a nice a little triangle going on with Ferrara inside, Jofield, handling the ball, and Cavanaugh, who can handle and shoot. So look for Sparta to be very competitive in the American Division. Jefferson, 17-11 last year. Coach Joe DeGennaro, he's the longest serving coach, 21 years. He's the dean now, which is pretty amazing, as they had a great year last year. They always graduate a lot of kids at Jefferson, but he plays a lot of kids, and they fill in, and kids come in and just do a great job. You look at what they got coming back, and it's pretty impressive. Stephen Bremen, Player of the Year candidate right now. Him and Aaron Clark from Pope John, and possibly Jack Cavanaugh. We'll see how he shakes out at Sparta. Right now, Player of the Year candidates preseason. Bremen, 6'4", all county, Morris County, 16. He's 6'5", can handle, can shoot, can go low, averages 19 points a game. The game he had against Sparta, you saw on Channel 10, saw on Channel 10 when they lost to Spartans. He was just amazing that day. So he fills it up. Joe Patelli, who can handle and shoot, he's back. He's a terrific player. Also coming back, Anthony Johnson, who had a great year at quarterback. He's a good three-point shooter. Cole Condell, big part of the Jefferson soccer success story. Nick Miller also back. And Drew Benfatti, we know he's a great athlete. Paul Monaco, Mike Fleming, all these guys all back for Joe DeGennaro. I think they're going to do very well this year. It's going to be tough again with Pope John in that division. But I think Jefferson with Bremen has a puncher's chance in any game. He can go for 40 any night. And again, he's not just a scorer. He distributes, he rebounds, and he plays defense. He's a terrific player. Really like watching Stephen Bremen play. Pope John, our final team in the area, 16-9 last year. Vincent Johnson's first year, replaced Jason Hassan. They had some injuries last year and some kids transfer out and all that. And they did pretty well with Samuel Diallo and Aaron Clark. Samuel Diallo is going to go to UMass. That's great news. The bad news, he's not playing this year because of a knee injury. So that really kind of puts them in a hole. But Aaron Clark is going to Sacred Heart. He's back. He's our reigning player of the year. He was terrific last year. In their state loss against St. Peter's, he was tremendous, over 30 points. So look for him to lead away. Also coming back, Francisco Polino. He's a talented sophomore. And then also a new kid to keep an eye on, I'm excited to see, Eddie Davis, who played at DePaul. He's coming in. He's eligible right away. He's a junior, so look for him to contribute. Dante Reed, DeAndre South, Tajay Hooks, all kids they'll be looking forward. And, last year, and also another kid that got hurt that's not playing, Peace Abakana. Hopefully I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. But I think they're going to be, it's got that tough schedule. 16-9 is a great record considering who they play. They're going to play the same tough schedule. You got Hudson Catholic, arguably maybe the best team in the state. They got them early on. They also have Blair Academy. They have St. Benedict's. They have Linden, great public school team. And also they play Teaneck, another great public school team. So they have their hands full. So they might not have a gaudy record, but they might be at the end of the year the best team in the area. But we'll see how they all come together. So there's a look at the boys basketball in the area. As we said, it should be another exciting year. And when we come back, we'll look at the girls hoops right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Party time or work time? Tri-State Rentals has the right tools and supplies for your next job or party, event, and wedding tents in many sizes, plus all the accessories you need to host that perfect party, including bounce houses, carnival games, and catering supplies. We also rent tools and equipment for any job, big or small, indoor or out. We rent, sell, and service Kubota tractors. Planning your next job or event just got easier. Visit Tri-State Rentals online at tristaterentals.com or visit our showroom, 105 Sparta Avenue, Newton.
Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization that encourages cooperation between the citizens of Sussex County and the Sussex County Sheriff's Department. If you have information relating to a crime or criminal activity in Sussex County, please contact us. If your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive a reward of up to $1,000. Contact us at 973-300-CRIME or through our website at www.sussexcountysheriff.com. Thank you.
This message made possible by D&H Risk Solutions. For more information, go to risksolutions.com. Farmstead Golf and Country Club is the perfect place to host your event. Weddings, christenings, baby and bridal showers, and sports banquets. The staff at Farmstead will make your day a special one. The banquet facility overlooks their beautiful 27-hole golf course. Farmstead Golf and Country Club can also host your charity golf event. For more information on the Farmstead banquet facilities or to book your tee time, call 383-1666. Farmstead Golf and Country Club, located on Lawrence Road in Lafayette. Visit their website at farmsteadgolf.com.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm your host, Dan Cleary. It's our winter sports preview. We already did wrestling, we did boys hoops, and now it's time for the girls hoops. As we look at the teams in the area, the big story from last year, no doubt, it was High Point once again winning that thrilling section title against Westwood with the big basket from Tyra Wingle. Then they went out and beat a very good Hanover Park team in the state semifinals before losing to Manasquan for the second year in a row in the States. We'll talk about the Wildcats later in the segment, but that was the story of the year, was the way High Point played. We're going to start off in the Colonial Division of the NJAC. Opakon 1-21 last year. Jamie Douglas, the former Opakon star, is trying to get that program going. They beat Wallkill Valley for the lone win. They'll be looking to Jessica Alvarez, Kayla O'Brien, and Gianna Santiago. But, they struggled at Opakon. They only can go up, and I think they will. Wallkill Valley 4-20, new coach. And one of my favorite guys, Earl the Pearl Horniak. Earl was the assistant coach to Eddie Pavin for many years, was a terrific player at Franklin in the late 70s during their heyday when they were winning SCIL titles. Earl's a great guy. He loves basketball. He's a basketball lifer. He's one of the most positive guys you're ever going to meet, and I think he's going to do nice things with this program. Though they lost Katie Bertoa to graduation, as well as his daughter, Randy Lynn. But he's got some good kids coming back, and Frankie Chizulo, Lara Vaticapane, Jess Rubel, Bella Ezzo, Emma McGuire. I think they're going to be all right. Fiona Blake will be playing. She had just come off a great basketball field hockey season. I think Earl, with his assistant Megan Tobin and Steph Romano. Megan Tobin, 1,000-point scorer out of Hakon. Steph Romano, the softball coach, went to Wallkill Valley. In fact, Earl said the first thing he said to Megan Tobin, he goes, "I covered your dad, Dennis, in high school, and I held him to 35 points." Dennis was a 2,000-point scorer, but I think Wallkill Valley will do all right with Earl at the helm. Sussex Tech coming off one of their best years. They were 12-12. 4-4 in the Colonial Division, which was tremendous. Gina Petrizzo, the head coach, but they lost their two top players. Kenneth Squire transferred to Pope John. Carly Knoll graduated. She was a 1,000-point scorer, playing soccer at SCCC. But Coach Petrizzo will be looking at Lindsay Koff, Olivia Walls, Isabella Nowicki, and Emily Schroeder to do well. I think the experience they all had from last year, but someone's going to have to step up, because last year was Squire and Knoll probably 80% of the scoring. So we'll see who steps up for Sussex Tech. North Warren, 12-13. Jill Masker in her 11th year, former 1,000-point scorer for the Patriots, terrific coach and a terrific player in her day. Second in the Colonial Division. Kelly Vuz is back, 1,000-point scorer. She scored 17 points a game. Faith Cately's back. They graduated some very nice players, but they'll be looking at some new players like Maddie Allen and Sophia Kerr to do some nice things, in Shannon Drysdale. She's real excited about the freshmen. But, any night you got Kelly Vuz on the floor, she can go for 25 or 30, so they'll have a chance. And I think they'll be fine. Erica Plitt is back as well, and Emily Lubertazzo. So look for North Warren to be very competitive in the division. And it's going to be a competitive division because Kittatinny, with Andy Myers back in his second run with the Cougars, probably now it's almost as many years as he's back for a second time than he was there for the first. I'll have to do the math on that. But Andy Myers, great coach. They won the Colonial last year, no problem. They lost to Pascott Kills. That was a tough draw in the first round of the state, 63-53. They graduated Olivia Manzer, Melissa Shane, and Emma Zazali, three players who were a big part of their back-to-back championships in the Colonial. But they have back one of the top players and scorers, Kelly Insulaco. Madison Smith is a terrific all-around player, and Madison Mayu and Francesca Parati. So they'll build on that. With Insulaco and Smith, I think they're the favorites to win that division. North Warren might give them a run, but I think right now, Kittatinny's still going to be the top dog. They'll play Newton. They'll play High Point outside of the division. Andy Myers always picks up tough games, but I think they'll be the top team in that division. We'll move to the Freedom Division. Vernon, new coach, Dominique Ocello. She was a player at Wayne Hills. I was an assistant last year. Last year, Vernon 3-21. They got almost everyone back from that team. Coming back, Nicole Struble, Maddie DeVries, their top rebounder, Alicia Weslowski, who's terrific down low, and Sam Dolmer, Haley DeBonta, all got time last year. But the key now for Vernon, and also Caitlin Berman, the big key for Vernon, and I follow Vernon. I'm in town. Bree Patterson, who hasn't played the last 2 years due to injuries, she would have started as a freshman. Bree Patterson's a terrific talent. You pop her in there, and if she stays healthy, she can shoot threes, she can handle, rebound. She's a complete player. If Bree stays healthy, Vernon could make that jump from 3 wins to possibly 10. It's not out of the realm. That's how good Patterson is. People haven't seen her play since youth basketball. They'll be impressed with Bree Patterson. And then we moved to Lenape Valley. Colin Murphy, last year in his first year, terrific job, 15 wins. He had that great senior class with Rachel Sampson, Alicia Kahn, Taylor Beck, and Danielle DeMazzi. But he has a terrific player back, Grace Connery, who's closing in on 1,000 points. I believe she only needs 10 to get to that mark. But she's a terrific player at guard, 4-year player for them. Carly Tarnowski's back. Lindsay Bisher is back. Tyler Johnson is back. Elisa Kusovic, Skylar Robertson. This is going to be a real solid team. Kyle was a good athlete at Hanover Park and played baseball at Kane, and he's really excited about running the program. And last year, 15 wins. This year, they had the makings with Connery to challenge that, get back in the States, and maybe make a run at battling for second place in the Freedom Division, because obviously High Point is in that division. So that's a look at the Colonial Division and a couple teams in the Freedom. When we come back, we'll look at the rest of the Freedom Division and the American division right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or go to njmortgage.com.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money.
Lakeland Banks pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use pop money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. I'm Dan Cleary coming to you from the Automall parking lot. We are doing our winter preview, and we're doing girls hoops right now, and we're talking about the Freedom Division. Last year, Hackettstown had a very nice year in the Freedom Division. They won 18 games, but Caitlin Nichols and Lisa Katutis will be back for them, and they lost Nicole Ivan. But this is a very good team. They made that great run to the section final. They lost to Hanover Park. They have a new coach, Bill Neiman. Bill was a longtime coach in Morris Hills. Terrific background there. So Coach Neiman stepping into Hackettstown, that's a good get for the Tigers, and I think he'll do some nice things there. Also in the Freedom Division, Newton, 16-10 last year for Whitney Dugan. They're only a few years removed from making that great run. They won the section title, beating High Point. Then they went down and they lost to Manasquan as well in the Group 2 finals. But she's got some real nice players back. And in her 6th season, she's got 73 wins. Whitney's done a great job. Last year, they lost to New Milford in the first round of states. Losing the graduation, Jazz Luciani, who was a terrific player for them for 4 years, Courtney McHale and Irely Ferguson. But coming back, Caitlin Lynch is a double-double waiting to happen. She's terrific. Jade Luciani's back. Maddie Leonardo could shoot threes. Jenny Boyer missed some time last year, but she's a terrific point guard. She's back. And Olivia O'Brien is back, as well as Davis Ann Boyd, Olivia Buckley, and Emily Pappas, and a promising freshman, Maddie Gore, who's got some nice size. Coach Whitney Dugan, very excited about this team. I think they can challenge in that Freedom Division, maybe give High Point a little bit of a run, but I think this is going to be a good team. They're going to be fun to watch. They're very young, and I think they'll be probably the second best team in the division. I think they'll be able to handle the Vernons, Lenape Valley, as well as Hackettstown, and those teams in the division, but High Point being the cream of the crop. But Whitney Dugan does a great job with that program, and watch them. They're going to get better as the year goes on, and they might have a chance to improve on those 16 wins from a year ago. And then we got High Point, the best team in the area for one of the best teams for the last 11 years. If they weren't the best team, they were the second best team behind like a Jefferson, during that run. Chris Dexter, 326 wins. They were 26-4 last year. We capped it at the beginning, making that run to the state final, losing to Manasquan. They lost some kids to graduation, but the core of that team is back. Casey Langenbach graduated. She was the only starter that graduated. But you look at this, who they have back. You start with Margot Peterson, the Player of the Year, tremendous player, 1,000-point scorer, 20 points a game, 7 boards. She's going to play at Siena. She just does it all. Great to watch her play. Emily Mulvoy's back. One of the most underrated players in the area, I think, folks, because all those years, you had Maddie Smith, who's up at Holy Cross, and Margot. Emily Mulvoy is a very good player, folks, and she's going to, I think, really open up a lot of eyes this year. Tricia Peterson, terrific year last year, 9.6 boards. She's going to play at Montclair State. Tyra Wingle, one of the best athletes around. Great in field hockey, great in basketball, or I think her ticket is going to be track and field. She's back, does it all. She had a great run in the States last year. She got that game winner, and she had a couple of big baskets against Hanover Park, so look for her to do well. Then you have Morgan and Madison Smolin. Both were key contributors last year. They're just going to be even better. Julianne Mangano is going to be back. Brittany Hill, now here's a kid on a lot of other programs, probably would have been starting as a freshman. That's how good she is. I remember watching her play on the youth level. Look for Brittany Hill to step in, and she's going to be a terrific player for High Point. And Elena Bubalo, who's another kid who I saw on the youth level that's coming in as a freshman, and she's going to really fill out this lineup. This team is loaded for bear. Just when you don't think they're going to get better, they get better. They're athletic. They can shoot. They can defend. Look for them to run away with the Freedom Division. Look for them to get to the section final again. They'll see some good teams. Jefferson will be in there as well. But I think High Point has a very good chance to win their 11th straight, which is amazing, conference title. Goes all the way back to the SCIL. Chris Dexter, just an amazing job. And I think they're going to be one of the top Group 2 teams in the state, the High Point Wildcats. Let's move to the American Division. Real quick, Mount Olive's going to look to bounce back this year after winning 4 games. Alyssa Borzon, Gina Verone, Olivia Timmerman's all good athletes. Look for the Marauders to get better. Morris Hill's always tough. Victoria Apizau, she's back. And the Scarlet Knights won 9 games last year. Pope John, last year 17-10 after they graduated that terrific senior class. But they're going to have to rebuild. They lost a lot of kids to graduation. Caitlin Fitzmaurice is being one of them. Megan Falk, she had graduated a couple years ago. Kristen Spetz, Alyssa Aragona, Maggie Miller. This is a great bunch of seniors that were a big part of John Slackman building this program back up. But they're gone. The only key returner is Morgan Heller, is a terrific player, but a huge newcomer, Kenneth Squire. Kenneth Squire in 2 seasons, over 1,000 points, has a chance to get maybe 2,000 career points. She's only a junior. Competition, though, that Pope John plays as opposed to Sussex Tech, it's a little bit of a step up. No knock on Tech. Will she be able to do all that scoring for Pope John? We'll find out. She's a terrific player regardless. Julia Barricato back, Sarah Sachs. This is going to be a rebuilding year for Pope John. If they get to 17 wins again, that's a tremendous job by Coach Slackman. So we'll see how far they go with Heller, who's a terrific all-around player, and Squire. Sparta last year, great finish to the season. They went 17-9. They battled right to the very end. They beat Pope John at home, which allowed Jefferson to win that division. Kathy Willie did a great job. She was our coach of the year in her 6th season. They beat West Milford in the States, and then they lost by 2 to a very good Ramapo team. They got almost everyone back. They lost Jackie Dowd, Beth Lang, who's playing at Nichols College, and Emily Lake. But the core of this team's back. They're big, they're athletic, and they play well as a team. No superstar. They work the ball around, but they play so well. Paige Smith, Erin Walsh, Erin Scott, Tatiana Esteva Ingram, Brianna Falco, terrific 3-sport athlete, and Emily Dilger coming off a great soccer season. She's terrific down low. This Sparta team, and it gets even better because Ireland Cofrancesco just transferred in, and she played at Pope John, gives them another ball handler. So this Sparta team, I think, has a possibility to make a run to win the division. I really do. I say right now, them and Jefferson are the favorites to win the division, and those should be 2 great battles when they go against the Falcons. So Sparta, with their depth and athleticism, is going to be a tough out. And Jefferson, 23-5 last year, won the American division. James McDermott, you never want to be the guy that replaces a legend unless you're James McDermott. He replaced Jim O'Connor, who in his last year had the Falcons with a great run to the state finals. James McDermott has stepped in. He's won 82 games in his 4 seasons. They lost to Westwood in a tough one on the road last year in the North 1 Group 2 semifinals. Won the American division. They graduated some key players. Ashley Hutchinson, a 4-year player for them. But they got back Taylor Langen, who was our we had 2 players a year in Morris County, Liz Stramby from Morristown and Taylor Langen from Jefferson. She's back. She's going to go to Colgate after originally committing to Delaware. 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. She does it all. Her and Margot Peterson, 2 of the top players, not just around here, but in the state of New Jersey, in my opinion. Also, Victoria Pietrowicz, who did a great job last year. She supplied a lot of punch for them. She had 7 points, 4 boards a game. Nicole Lemieux is back. Shelby Murowinski, she's developing as a post player, and she's a defensive force back there. Also, they have some good young kids coming in. Jocelyn Rock is a senior, but she saw time last year. Emily Peretti, Tricia Orlandani, and Gabrielle Maffei. So James McDermott, great team. You build around, obviously, Taylor Langen and Shelby Murowinski continues to improve. And you got Pietrowicz and Lemieux, who are terrific athletes. This Jefferson team, along with Sparta, I believe the favorites in the American division. And Jefferson, I think, can make another run. They lost in the county finals last year, Morris County finals to Morristown, I think. And Morristown's going to be good again this year. I think Jefferson will be in the mix for that and a section title as well, along with High Point, that tough section. But it's going to be a lot of fun to watch Taylor Langen play this year for the Falcons. So there it is, folks. Wrestling, boys basketball, girls basketball, all the previews you want. Again, want to thank Orr's Clothes for Country Living for sponsoring the wrestling segment. And we'll have more here on the Sports Beat right after this.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
American Federal Mortgage knows shopping for a mortgage can be stressful. They have the lowest rates in the nation with their state-approved lock and loan form. American Federal Mortgage has great customer service to answer your questions and concerns. They will get you into the home of your dreams. For more information, call 888-321-HOUSE or or go to njmortgage.com.
Pop, 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 money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Use your phone to pay your friends. You can even pay the rent. Out to dinner, pay your buddy. Use your phone to pop your money.
Lakeland Banks pop money, money. Pop, 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 money, money, money.
Pay the sitter, send a gift. It's real easy, you get my drift? You don't need checks, you don't need cash. Use Pop Money, it's so fast.
Lakeland Bank's Pop Money, the easy way to pay people. Pop to it.
Pop, pop, pop.
Commitment to student success is what sets Sussex County Community College apart. Turn your passion into a career and learn from professors who are in the field and rich with experience. Imagine an education with endless possibilities and a campus full of life. Choose a degree or certificate that speaks to your inner self but doesn't have a lasting impact on your finances. Visit our open house on October 14th so that you can get started on a great education. Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
You know you love pizza and Italian food. Dominic's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant has got you covered from one end of the county to the other with 3 great locations. Dominic's, East Clinton Street in Newton, with a brand new dining room. Then there's Dominic's on Munsonhurst Road in Franklin. And the 3rd location is Chesco's, Route 94 South in Newton. All 3 locations offer simply great food. Dominic's in Newton, 383-9330. Dominic's in Franklin, 209-1007, and Chesco's, 383-2840.
Eastern Propane remains dedicated to our founding principles of personalized service, quality products, and exceptional technical expertise. We offer comprehensive, single-source solutions including the planning, design, installation, and ongoing maintenance of your propane gas systems and appliances. Our friendly delivery technicians provide you with safe and efficient deliveries, ensuring uninterrupted propane service. Whether your needs are large or small, Eastern Propane offers more ways to serve you better.
United Water is now Suez, safe, clean water for the communities they serve.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Franklin-Sussex Automall with tremendous discounts plus extra goodies.
Like new 2018 Jeep Compass Latitudes, just $159 a month. Or new 2017 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, just $239 a month.
Plus, with every purchase, pick an ornament from our tree for extra savings up to $1,000. So for year-end blockbuster savings, come one, come all. Happy holidays from Franklin-Sussex Automall.
Welcome back to the Franklin-Sussex Automall, Franklin-Sussex Hyundai Sports Beat. It's now time for our Orthopedic Institute in New Jersey Live Well Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rehan Shamim. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. I work with athletes of all ages, from children and adolescents through high school and college, and even to the weekend warrior population. These are people who like to stay active, they like to engage in sports, they like to do exercise, they might like the aspect of staying in good shape. They might like the team and camaraderie aspect of it.
My name is Lara Carlson. We are at Central Park of Morris, and there's kickball going on tonight. So I work for the organization Jersey Club Sports, and we run a league. It's almost every night a week there's a different league going on, and tonight it's kickball and sand volleyball. So some people do come and warm up and they take it seriously, but then there are others who don't, and we see some really serious injuries. So, you know, it would be nice to see more people come and warm up. Some people show up literally at 6:30 when the game starts, and they leave as soon as it ends. There's no warm up or cool down. And you know, I'm an athlete myself. I played sports in college, and I know the importance of warming up and cooling down. And sometimes people get hurt because of it.
Because they're not dedicating their full time to keeping their muscles strengthened and stretched and appropriately worked out, when they do put in 100% effort on those weekend sporting activities, it might be a sudden change from what their muscles are normally used to. If you're a weekend warrior, you like to go out on the weekends, softball, kickball, volleyball, whatever it may be, you just have to keep in mind what are the specific demands of your sport and what can you do to prevent injuries in those sports.
You'd be surprised because you think like, okay, this is fun, it's co-ed sports, but someone tore their Achilles on the first day of one of the opening kickball seasons. He was out for the rest of the season. I've seen like really serious injuries, people sand volleyball, spraining their ankles, just coming down, you know, people have torn their ACLs. For
many athletes, athletic trainers are very important in helping us take care of the athletes in terms of both injury prevention and treatment. For high school athletes, most high schools do have athletic training staff, and the athletes will have access to them as they need on a daily basis. As you get into the higher levels of sport, including college and professional, that access becomes even more intense. Unfortunately for the weekend warriors, they don't necessarily have this kind of access. When they get injured, they don't know where to go. They don't have a point person that they can talk to about how serious is this kind of thing, and what do I need to do? Who do I need to see? What further treatment should I be getting? And that's why we're here. Our job is to make sure that anybody who comes in will get that kind of evaluation and has that access.
I think a partnership with the Orthopedic Institute would be phenomenal for this organization. Jersey Club Sports is huge, and there are so many different members. And again, there's some people who have never played sports in their entire life, and they're doing this purely because it's social and it's fun. But I think everyone from the athlete to the non-athlete they need to know properly how to warm up, or what they should do when they have an injury, and likewise for the staff.
As sports medicine physicians, we love sports and we love athletes. We love being part of a team, and we take that team approach towards taking care of our athletes. That involves treatment with us, our physician's assistants, our physical therapists, our athletic trainers. All of us work together to make sure our athletes stay out on the field. We like to keep our athletes healthy, and a good injury prevention program can do that. If things don't go as planned and something happens, we do our best to make them get back to the sports that they love as quickly as possible.
We want to thank the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, longtime sponsors here on the Sports Beat, for sponsoring the Live Well Tip of the Week. They're also sponsors on the Games of the Week and the Sports Beat. Now it's time for our Parisi Speed School Male and Female Athletes of the Week. Let's give the Female Athlete of the Week to Grace Connery of Lenby Valley's girls basketball team. She became the 7th player in program history to reach 1,000 career points in the Pats opening night victory over Wallkill Valley. Hey, Grace Connery, you are the Female Athlete of the Week. Let's give the Male Athlete of the Week to Ryan Vandenberg of the Newton-Lenby Valley ice hockey team. He has 9 goals and 3 assists this season, as Newton-Lenby Valley's off to a terrific 6-1 start. Hey, Ryan Vandenberg, you are the Male Athlete of the Week. Now it's time for the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey Play of the Week. Let's go to College Hill here in Newton on the campus of Sussex County Community College and watch Brielle Hilber with the basket here as the Skylanders would go on to defeat Bucks County, and that is our Play of the Week. All right, again, Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, locations throughout the area, please check them out. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sports Beat as our preview. We'll have highlights of all the winter sports. Ice hockey game we'll have on the Sussex Cup. Ice hockey is going to be very good this year with Sparta Jefferson, Vernon, Newton, Lenby Valley, all going to be doing well. So we'll be doing some hockey. We'll have wrestling, boys and girls basketball. Again, check out us on social media. See what we offer. We're a full-service video production house. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please check out the Facebook page here at the Franklin-Sussex Automall. Find out what's going on here and at Hyundai. And before I close tonight's show, just want to mention the area lost a great sports person and supporter of sports over this past week. Former New Jersey Herald photographer Anna Murphy passed away. I had the pleasure of working with Anna for 11 years when I was in the sports department at the Herald and sports editor. She passed away last week. She had retired a couple of years back. She's a member of the Sussex County Sports Hall of Fame for her work as a photographer. It was a joy working with Anna. She had a bright smile every time she came into the newsroom, and she took terrific pictures. If you played in this area from the late 70s to up about 2 or 3 years ago, Anna Murphy took a picture at your game, and she did it with style and class, and my condolences go out to the Murphy family. Anna was a terrific lady. Anna, gonna miss you, and we wish her family the best. So that'll wrap it up here from the Automall. We'll see you again soon. I'm Dan Cleary. Good night, everyone.